Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE boasts one of the most loyal and insane fan bases in sports entertainment. Fans admire their favorite superstars wholeheartedly and go to great lengths to meet them. However, they sometimes cross certain lines that aren't meant to be crossed, such as touching wrestlers, invading their personal space, interfering in their private lives, and more recently, Raw star CM Punk shared an Instagram story where he addressed fans, respectfully advising them not to cross boundaries or touch strangers. It seems that the best in the world may have had a bad experience with a fan touching him, but Punk did not share any incidents of misconduct. The latest edition of WWE SmackDown was truly another electrifying episode. The crowd in Italy saw a massive rumored match come to fruition. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Punk had an intense face-off, which soon turned into an unsanctioned brawl. Nick Aldis, along with security personnel, intervened to stop the brawl. Following the chaos on the Blue brand, WWE officially announced the triple threat match featuring Punk, Rollins, and Reigns. Fans are excited for the triple threat match featuring the top megastars of the Stamford-based promotion. The Triple H-led creative team is seemingly crafting the feud cautiously. Each star was booked as equally dangerous, as they had their moments pointing at the WrestleMania sign. This has made it difficult for anyone to pick a clear winner, as the super bouts appear evenly matched. The coming weeks promise more fireworks as the hatred between the three is at an all-time high. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon and just a month away, it will be interesting to see how the Punk, Rollins, and Reigns triple threat saga unfolds in the coming weeks leading up to the showcase of the Immortals. It was a moment that fans in the arena and at home could never have anticipated. After an intense, chaotic, and highly emotional episode of WWE SmackDown, CM Punk, one of the most polarizing figures in professional wrestling, made an unexpected appeal that would echo across the world. This wasn't the typical post-match promo, filled with bravado and challenges. No, this was something far more profound. This was an urgent cry from a man who had spent years on the outside, watching the evolution of the company that made him a star. In an unscripted, unscheduled, and impromptu moment, Punk appeared on the stage, microphone in hand, his face painted with a look of determination and raw emotion. The atmosphere in the arena shifted, the usual roar of the crowd dying down as people sensed that something extraordinary was about to unfold. What followed would become the most talked-about segment of the night, not because of the physical confrontation, but because of the passionate plea that CM Punk would make to the fans, his fans. The SmackDown fallout. The events of WWE SmackDown had already been intense. Matches had been fought, alliances formed, and rivalries reignited. But Punk's involvement had been the most unexpected development. There had been rumors for weeks that CM Punk had been in talks with WWE, with his presence hinted at through subtle references during broadcasts. Still, no one knew what to expect, especially after Punk's controversial departure years ago, which left fans with questions and concerns about his future with the company. It had been a long, complicated journey for Punk. After leaving WWE in 2014, he had explored other ventures, including M&A and commentary, but never truly returning to the squared circle. Fans were split, some had moved on, while others still believed that there was unfinished business, that there was more to the CM Punk story. After all, Punk had always represented something more than just a wrestler. He was the voice of the voiceless, the underdog who fought against the establishment. His words had power. His actions spoke to a generation of fans who saw him as a champion for the disenfranchised. As SmackDown rolled on, the crowd couldn't help but wonder, would CM Punk be making his return? That question was answered when, in the final moments of the show, his music hit. The roar that followed could be heard throughout the arena, a mixture of excitement, shock, and disbelief. Fans were on their feet, chanting his name as Punk slowly made his way to the ring. But as he stepped through the ropes, there was no big confrontation or the typical defiant promo. Instead, Punk stood at the center of the ring, his eyes scanning the crowd, his chest heaving with the weight of the moment. For a long, uneasy moment, he said nothing. The silence spoke volumes. Then, in a voice that was surprisingly calm yet filled with conviction, Punk finally spoke. "The urgent appeal. My name is Phil Brooks," Punk began, using his real name for the first time in years. The crowd fell quiet, listening intently. "I know that's not what you came here to hear, and I know I've been gone a long time. But I'm not here for nostalgia. I'm not here for a paycheck. I'm here for something far more important." He paused, allowing the weight of his words to settle. "I've spent years away from this company, away from this ring, away from you. But not a day goes by where I don't hear the voices of those who are still with me. Those who still believe in what we stood for, in what this company used to be. And yes, I'm aware that times have changed. You all know that. But I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about the future. And not just the future of wrestling, but the future of all of us." The crowd was in rapt attention. Punk had never been one to mince words, and tonight, it was clear that this wasn't going to be just another promo. He wasn't here to boast or trash his opponents. No, this was something more personal. You see, what I've learned in my time away, what I've realized about myself and about this industry, is that it's never just been about the wrestlers in the ring. It's about you, the fans. It's about each and every one of you who bought a ticket, who tuned in week after week, and who believed in something bigger than just the show you were watching. You believed in change. The crowd began to chant, "CM Punk, CM Punk." Punk held up his hand, signaling for silence. "I know what you're thinking. This sounds like some kind of call to arms. But it's not. This is a wake-up call. Because what has happened to wrestling, what has happened to this company, isn't a story of progress. It's a story of complacency. It's a story of forgetting why we started. It's a story of forgetting what made us who we were. And it's not just the WWE. It's the entire industry." He took a deep breath, his eyes narrowing as he looked out over the sea of fans. "We've lost sight of the true essence of this business. The heart of professional wrestling was never about fancy lights, pyro, or corporate sponsorships. It was about the people. It was about passion. It was about telling stories, telling real stories. Stories about overcoming adversity, fighting for what's right, and standing up for yourself and your beliefs. But somewhere along the way, we lost that." Punk's words were not just directed at WWE management, but at everyone who had allowed the wrestling business to lose its edge. "The problem," he continued, "is that everyone got comfortable. The higher-ups got comfortable. The talent got comfortable. And you, the fans, you got comfortable. You accepted the mediocrity. You accepted the same recycled storylines, the same predictable matches, the same stale characters. But here's the thing. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. And greatness is what we were supposed to be fighting for, each and every one of us." The crowd was on the edge of their seats. This wasn't the usual script. This wasn't what anyone had expected from a returning CM Punk. He was speaking to the fans, urging them to demand more, to push for something better. You've got to stop settling for less. You've got to stop accepting whatever is handed to you and start fighting for what you deserve. And I'm not just talking about the wrestling product here. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about the way we let corporate greed, selfish agendas, and complacency dictate everything. It's time we stop being passive. It's time we stop watching from the sidelines. He paused again, his eyes scanning the crowd, making sure every word resonated. You deserve more. We all do. And that's why I'm here tonight. I'm not just here to fight. I'm here to lead a revolution. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to take all of us together, demanding better, demanding change. The crowd erupted in applause, some cheering, others standing in stunned silence. Look, I don't have all the answers. I don't know how long this will take. But I know one thing. If we don't start pushing back, if we don't start asking for more, then we're just going to keep getting the same old thing. And you deserve better than that. There was a heavy silence in the arena as Punk's words sank in. I've fought for my place in this industry, for my right to speak my mind, for my right to be myself. And now I'm asking you to do the same. Fight for what you deserve. Don't let the system dictate what you can or can't have. Don't let anyone tell you what's best for you. Punk's eyes flickered with the same fire that had once set the wrestling world ablaze. This isn't just about me coming back to WWE. This is about a larger message. It's about reminding everyone that we, the fans, the talent, the people who live and breathe this business, are the ones who make it what it is. Without us, there is no WWE. Without us, there is no wrestling. So I'm asking you to stand with me. Stand with each other. Stand for change. And with that, Punk dropped the microphone and exited the ring, leaving behind an electrified crowd that would never forget the words he had just spoken. The aftermath. The reaction to CM Punk's unscripted appeal was nothing short of explosive. Social media exploded with opinions, analysis, and excitement. Fans debated whether Punk's words were a direct challenge to WWE's management or a broader call for change within the entire industry. The wrestling world had been forever altered by the intensity and urgency of what had just transpired. What was clear was that CM Punk had sent a powerful message. It was time to demand better. For too long, fans had accepted what was given to them. For too long, the wrestling world had lived under the weight of corporate influence and predictable narratives. But now the voice of the voiceless had returned, and he was urging everyone to reclaim their power. And as the weeks and months unfolded, it became clear that Punk's return was just the beginning. The revolution he had called for, one of change, passion, and unity, was taking shape. Fans rallied around the idea that wrestling could be better, that it deserved to be better. CM Punk had sparked something much bigger than himself. He had ignited a movement. In the days that followed, the world of professional wrestling would never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.